Welcome to Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Ragin' Cajuns of the University of Louisiana and the site of the clash we have in store for you today. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth as Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Louisiana's offense will get the first swing of the game. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Finds his big tight end. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, running back gets to give. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that pass picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Louisiana has it back in the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Ragin' Cajuns. What a grab and go for the score.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. They'll go to the air. They're setting up the screen. Oh, big juke to get past. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Give to the running back. At the 35, he's loose. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Alabama quickly back to the line. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Quarterback keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown time. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting set for the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Pittsburgh was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen in the Steel City over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points.
Hold it, finds his man on the left.
60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Trying to beat the D deep. Fires into traffic, picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes that Alabama offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Using the quick game. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Barrels ahead. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. The field goal is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
He'll do it himself. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll try to run for it. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Steps away to find some. That's down. The Raging Cajuns will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Bringing it back, it's Moffitt. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. He now has 80 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Gets it out quickly. Smashes ahead. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Caught in the backfield, it's Burgess. Touchdown, Bama! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Going to try to get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Going to the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. At the 40, there he goes. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. And the Raging Cajuns are moving quickly down the field. Off play action. Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab down the middle. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Catch in the middle, it's Lynch. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Wants to throw on second down. Got the quick pass. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The Raging Cajuns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Louisiana! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Ready to try the point after. Right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. East Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tulsa. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll come out throwing on first down. Swings it out to the flat. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Alabama pushing the tempo. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly, and receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Trying play action. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. This time he's got his man. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. And does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
That's a real good-looking throw. And I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
He now has 110 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. A little release to the back. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the 1st. Fires to the wideout. caught over the middle. It's Burgess. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Motion from the offense. They're looking to pass from the red zone. It's complete to the left. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. On second down, just keeps firing. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. 14. Fielded in the end zone. It's awesome. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get that lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Gonna take a shot. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
And a really good job by the quarterback, being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
They'll keep it on the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. To the ground with the back. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to power their way ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The give and the run on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The offense set for a 1st down play. Quickly complete. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Now on 3rd down after that run. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught downfield. And he breaks into the open. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The offense lining up for a first down play. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll run the draw. Oh, what a move! They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Touch pass on the run. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Buys a little extra time. He'll pull it down and run. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Working that left side now. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down. Looking to move it through the air. He's got it on the move. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Trying to pound it in. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's got him in the flat. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Caught in the backfield, it's Moffitt. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. He finds his man. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that.
Going for it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown tie. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. That touchdown gives this team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Ole Miss needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Oxford behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Arkansas. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give to the back. Tackled, but he has a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Unloads it downfield. Makes the grab at the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
I'll be honest, I expected this guy to put up huge stats this year. Never would I have imagined, though, that he just surpassed the 4,000-yard passing mark this early in the season.
The Raging Cajuns are moving quickly down the field. Jumped on top of the pile. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to run it in. Touchdown, Cajuns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. We love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. 35, Louisiana, 24. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
We're on TV. Make some noise. It's 3rd down.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Floating away. He'll try to do it himself. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. They'll give it to the back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. And they got him for the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Oh, he wants it all. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. 2nd down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Emmanuel. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, the lead is now down to 4, 35-31. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. From inside the 10, here he comes. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He looks that one in nicely. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Lafayette. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Our Lady of Lourdes Stadium.
The Raging Cajuns will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes that Alabama offense. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. He's got it on the right. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Went with the running game on first down, now back at it. Grabbed behind the line, it's Burgess. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down? 6th play of the drive coming up. They'll run it from the gun. Still on his feet at the 45. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires deep on the run. And he's got it inside the 25. Alabama pushing the tempo. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field, you get it to him. You know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you start mentioning those names, it just shows you the explosive nature. Everybody you mentioned, you know they can run right by you and hit those home runs, and so far, he's making some big plays in this ballgame.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Toss sweep to the right. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Good pass protection isn't just offensive line, right? Running backs also have to be able to pick up the blitz. That running back did an outstanding job. That allowed his quarterback to just buy a little bit more time before making that throw.
After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Looking for the end zone. Ball in the air, intercepted.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football, you've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got him downfield. All kinds of running room. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Bama! This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Nebraska rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners of the award from Johnny Rodgers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Quickly to the tight end. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Moffitt. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll throw it on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Scrambling away. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. Though there are some notable exceptions, typically great pass rushers aren't nose tackles, but that was a great pass rush.
They're not nose tackles usually, those great pass rushers, but they are grown men. I mean, those are some adults in there. Those are the 300-plus pounders that will just destroy you in the run game. But nice job using his hands, using some power to shrink that pocket and get the sack.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. Handoff from the gun. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And the Raging Cajuns get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide-open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the third. From the gun, the running back has it. Still running at the 40. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Second down coming up. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away to buy time. Kept it, and he's past the marker. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Alabama! And the punishment has been extended.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Coming out with it, it's awesome. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Makes the grab. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They go to the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's going to run it. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Raging Cajuns are moving quickly down the field. The give to the tailback. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4 at 2nd and 14. Got his man quickly. And the defense drags him down. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. He wants to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's got it! Touchdown, Louisiana!
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. East Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tulsa. Any big developments in this one?
Makes the catch down the right side. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. It's probably pretty comforting for this offensive coordinator to know as soon as the game's kicked off, I can pretty much pencil in a 100-yard receiving day for this dude.
And I want to be the quarterback. I mean, that guy, it's always open, man, zone. I know I'm looking his way because he's going to catch the football. He's going to make big plays for me. So, yeah, I'm not surprised they're going to continue to highlight this guy in the passing game.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Running back searching for a hole. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. From the red zone, looking for a space. Going for 6. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
Announcing the receiver, downfield, offense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. First down for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Wide open downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
The give. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And the Raging Cajuns are on the move. Looking to go up top on first down. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down marker.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Emmanuel. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? He's got his man across the middle. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cajuns.
And the offense continues to run the football. A 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's perfect. They march 79 yards on the drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Bringing it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. Leaves it with the running back. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. The back goes in motion. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Complete to the left. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. They'll try the run. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? A strike downfield. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. From the shotgun, the inside give. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running back goes in motion. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Flips it out to the back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He makes a grab. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Reacted well to the tip and just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Raging Cajun. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. But this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. He's looking to pass. Dances away. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. From the gun, the ground game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. It'll be a draw. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. The play action fake. Got his man downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Still some work to do after that last completion. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Burgess. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Coming after it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. They were really starting to put a drive together, and after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. They want to just keep throwing it. Complete downfield. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Looking down the middle. Touchdown Tide! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ole Miss is down, but they are not out of it. Not when that crowd spent the morning in the Grove getting ready for this one. Let's see how those fans impact the rest of this game. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Arkansas. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there. From the gun on 3rd down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Gets it to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. They'll go back to the ground. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on 3rd. Looking for the score. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. He'll start this drive firing. Pulls it in. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. At the 45 on his way. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The Raging Cajuns headed quickly to the line.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. He'll pull it down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to surprise him with the pass. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. Ball still on the 34 after the incompletion. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Extending the play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Raging Cajuns have pushed it inside the 20. He'll keep it himself. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Into the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Louisiana! He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. He's got his man, and he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Fires to the wideout. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. The Crimson Tide will bring a punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Raging Cajuns racing to the line in the hurry-up. I know you want to take what the defense gives you, but at this point, you have to push the ball downfield a little more, David.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Check the football down. That's what they're going to give you, but we need scores. Down multiple scores. Got to push the ball down the field. Take more chances.
Comes out throwing on first down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to scramble. Trying to escape and get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Raging Cajuns are flying down the field.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now back to...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Wants to fire on second down. Unloads to the right. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Coming to the line looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good.
Got all 3 timeouts left in your back pocket. You're down a possession here late in the 4th quarter. You do not have to kick an onside kick. You trust your defense. If you use your timeouts wisely, you can have a lot of time left on offense to go and win this game.
They were able to get a field goal on board, and now they'll kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Offense set on 1st down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. He wants a big play here late. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
Well, that couldn't have worked out any better for the offense. Receiver understanding, hey, we're down to possession, 2-minute situation. We don't have timeouts. I got to catch this pass. I need to get out of bounds. He did exactly that.
The Raging Cajuns will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Quickly out to the tight end. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the 1st down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone.
Touchdown, Cajuns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
So you think this is automatic? They need this one badly. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Toledo was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Rockets performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Burgess. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. Going up top on 1st down. Fires one high and deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They're going to open this drive with a pass. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Gets rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. Never about. And they've regained the lead. Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Setting up the screen. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. A touchdown ends the game here in overtime. It's 1st and goal. Direct snap. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime.
Game on the line, and they've got to be the more physical side. Great job getting blocks up front. He was able to skirt his way into the end zone, David, to win this game.
And that's why I want the ball second in OT. I know exactly what I need to go get it done. They take it down the field, run in the end zone, and end the football game.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.